Hey everyone, it's Bridget. I'm back with the second of 3 videos that are going to be group unboxings of the Stationery Selection monthly subscription box. We're going to do June, July, and August in this video so I can get caught up on my monthly subscription. There will be one more group unboxing following this. So let's see what came in the June box this year. Oh, how cute. Is this a patch? No, it's a pin. Okay. This is a brooch, Blackbird. And Blackbird is one of my absolute favorite A6 Hobonichi covers. They did a little collab with some of the Beatles songs and themes a handful of years back. And this reminds me of that. It says the color will vary either in white or black, so some subscribers received a white one. I'm glad I got the black. I really like the black. So that is a neat brooch that could go actually potentially on that cover. I don't know, it would be super cute on a canvas pouch for stationery supplies. Now this, I love anything chunky. Chunky notebook, chunky planner, and this, oh my goodness, is a super cute chunk of paper. Okay, Tokyo. I'm trying to look at the description off camera so I could tell you a little bit about it. Block memo. It says, I thought this would be a fun notepad to include since it highlights many of the tourist attractions in Tokyo. I can't say I have visited all of these places, but hope to one day. So look at these cute designs. Oh my goodness. I love this. This is going to be one of those things that I have to force myself to use and not hoard because it's so pretty. Okay, so love that. Let's see, Radar Twist Style Eraser. This is unique. Radar Twist Style Eraser. I thought this was a neat one considering the shape. Sometimes you need to erase a small little corner, and I thought this would come in handy. So it has a triangle shape, so you do get that fine point if you have something small to erase. And then I'm assuming you just twist it up as the name states. So that's neat. And it has a little tiny hole on the end where I guess you could attach it to something if you wanted to. But my son uses a mechanical pencil for his homeschool work every day, so I'll probably let him use that for his work. Kita, I love these little washi strips. I actually purchased one of the organization folders for these last year. I think I got it on Amazon, where it kind of keeps them all in one book. So I'll have to add this to that collection. But this has 4 kind of bright, which you have to understand this is the June box and not a fall box, so it's more like summery type of a colorway. But I like all of those, and if you're not familiar, they're just little individual washi strips like this. Super fun to use in journaling, so love that. They fold up to store, kind of like a little match case. Okay, this looks like a very nice quality pouch. I'm not familiar with this brand, the Canvit. Okay, this says made in Japan, 100% cotton canvas pouch without paraffin. So that means that the canvas is unwaxed. This is a company that we recently discovered. All of the items from this shop are made in Japan, and I'm so thankful that we were able to support the smaller companies here in Japan. In 2019, they acknowledged the dust and waste they were creating during their production process. So they developed a sewing technology to combat this issue, patent pending. They have also introduced in 2020 a new sustainable brand, WWW Bag. Using the said technology, I'm more than happy to support smaller companies, but what even excites me more is the forward movement this company has towards sustainability. So that was Mitt's description, and this colorway is just right up my alley. I love this kind of a warm dark olive. This is a really nice thick brown leather strap. Let me see if I can figure out. Okay, it snaps on the top and then just opens up. Perfect size for small stationery goods, scissors. It should hold pens and pencils as well. So this is a really nice item. It says it's cotton and this is cow leather. Okay, awesome. And then I love when we get a writing utensil in our box, just because I know so many of y'all are just like me, anything pen and paper or pencil. Let's see, this is the Kokyo. I don't know why I can't say that out loud. It's like I pronounce it correctly in my head, but when I have to say it out loud, my tongue just doesn't want to cooperate with my mouth. But this is a mechanical pencil. So I love how Mitts thoughtfully curates every box. If you really pay attention, there's almost always some type of theme, or at least 2 or 3 of the items always work very well together. So for example, in this box, she coordinated the mechanical pencil with the cool eraser. It's just thoughtful the way she puts these boxes together. So this size is in the 0.5 lid. She says, when I first saw this release, I thought the design of this mechanical pencil was so, I don't know how to pronounce, Kakkoi, kakoi, which in Japanese means cool, handsome, stylish, etc. The barrel of this pencil was designed to mimic the hexagonal shape of a regular pencil. It also has a different lead refill system where you no longer need to remove the cap. And what I'm loving about it offhand is it is extremely lightweight. I mean, it's just light as a feather. And one thing that bothers me about some mechanical pencils, I love mechanical pencils in general, just like I do pens, but a lot of the nicer mechanical pencils have a metal grip section, and it's often that metal that looks very textured for grip. But I tend to grip my utensils tighter than I probably need to when I write, and it makes my fingers sore if I do a lot of sketching or writing in one session. And so this just has a very smooth grip section. Let's see if we can figure out, and just press the end and the lid comes out, 0.5. And she commented that you don't have to remove the cap anymore for the lid. Let's see, I was assuming you would just press it into the end, but it looks like there's a hole in the center of that yellow piece of the cap. So I bet you anything, since she commented on the design, I bet you just push your lid through that hole. So I can't say that for 100%, but I'm like 99% sure that's how this works. And if so, that's really cool. So, yep. This will be fantastic for if you have a long writing session to do, or, you know, quick notes, because it's really comfortable to hold. So that was a fantastic box for June. Let's get right into July 2021. Okay. This looks like a postcard, and it is Nombre Kokeshi postcard, printed using the risograph, which is digital screen printing method. The ink may fade if you rub too hard. Okay, so I'll try to avoid rubbing it, but that's a really Pretty design. I like those colors, and then it's just blank on the back. And let's see what we have in the little baggie. Ooh. Oh, I love this stamp. I love birds. Okay. I've actually seen this stamp before in others' journaling, but I don't think I have it in my collection already. Let's see. Is it... Okay, the long-tailed bush-tit bird is also called the forest fairy or the snow fairy due to its small, cute appearance. The stamp is made in Japan and all corners have been sanded down by hand in order to make the stamping experience more enjoyable for the user. I love those little tiny details like that that make a difference. And so she almost always does include a stamp pad or ink pad whenever she includes a stamp in a box. So this is the Artnik brand little individual stamp, and I really like this color. It's number 52 Topaz. So we will stamp out this new combination later in the video. Okay, this just looks like some type of little candy. So I'm assuming that's a little freebie in this box. I'll set it to the side. Looks like we have some Stationery selection washi tape 004. I'm always so proud for someone when they develop and are able to produce their own custom products. So it's awesome that we get some exclusive Stationery selection products in these boxes sometimes. See if I can get this pulled out. The description says, I cut and scanned various pieces of vintage papers. I haven't come across a single vintage paper collage washi tape, so I decided to make one for myself. I use these simple tapes often in my journals and hope that you can find it useful too. This also just right up my alley. I love anything vintage, and it's really fun to use these type of supplies in junk journaling, especially. Just kind of feeds into that whole vintage vibe. So it almost looks like, let me show y'all. Almost looks like a snippet from an old piece of ledger paper. You could see little bits of random handwriting. So that's what the washi tape looks like. Okay, and then we have two more items in the July box. We'll save the pen for last. Some beautiful papers. This looks like it's probably a writing set. Let's see. Furukawa papers, special patterned letter set including papers in various designs and sizes. Okay. So this, okay, that's just the packaging. This is a set of 3 envelopes. Oh, and they have designs on the front and back. Oh, super cute. Love all of these. And then the papers, as you can guess, do coordinate. And they are various sizes. If I stack them, you can see that they end at different places. So they're all the same exact width, but the heights are a little different. So get 2 sheets of each coordinating design. This is a beautiful little letter set, writing set. Love that. Okay, so we do have another pen. Let's see. I can tell offhand that it is a Pilot pen. Okay, let's see, Pilot Felt Tip Sign Pen. I discovered this pen set while I was browsing the stationery lifestyle shop called Loft. I was looking through the pens and this caught my attention. I immediately thought to myself, I wonder if I could refill the cartridge using my own fountain pen ink. Check out the QR code, which will bring you to an exclusive video showcasing how it all turned out. So she included a QR code on the insert this month to link to a video. So I have used what has been called a sign pen before, but it didn't look anything like this. I'm trying to remember. I think it was is it Pentel? Pentel sign pen? That sounds like it's probably right. And it's more of like a single piece pen that's used commonly for brush lettering. So this looks just to be like the standard international size cartridge that you just press down firmly. And so this apparently is a backup nib. And these, they feel soft like a felt tip pen. They definitely do not separate like a brush. So I'm assuming you don't need to put too much pressure or press too hard, or you could cause the nib to kind of splay out. But I'm gonna have to find a safe place to store that extra nib. And then I was going to set it to the side for a few minutes and write with it later, but the ink is coming down into the nib pretty quickly. So let me set it to the side for just a quick minute. And what we can do is stamp out the stamp with the new ink before we open the last box. So I'm just going to set this to the side so it can really get saturated. And let's just use this packaging that came with the writing set and see what this cute little bird stamp ends up looking like. It's a little hard to tell how much ink you're putting on here because the ink color isn't drastically different than the rubber color of the stamp, but I'm just super lightly tapping here. You don't want to load it up with too much ink or you'll get some bleeding sometimes. So let's see how these cuties turn out. Oh, perfect. Look how sweet. Love that, love that. And this is one of those stamps that is so cute. Not only would it be fun to use in journaling or planning, but you could take a plain writing paper and just stamp this down in the bottom corner and make kind of like your own custom writing set or letter sets if you're into the almost lost art of letter writing these days, pen pal and so forth. So let's try out now. And this has a twist cap, not a snap cap. You could post it, but I don't want to scratch the barrel, so I'm just going to leave it out to the side. What was this, the Pilot? Let me just play around and see. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wow. It really writes smoothly and effortlessly, but I guess because that other version of sign pen that I mentioned earlier, in my mind I was thinking about it being more like a brush pen, but this is not intended to give that kind of line variation. So you just use very little pressure and it's just a consistent bold line. Really smooth writer. Okay. So there's that. So this will be fun to use in my Cousin Yvette journal. It would be a quick, easy way to do different types of borders. I like to do I'm on a little kick lately where I like to do a border around a spread in my Cousin of Eck journals. Okay, so that's all of the first 2 boxes. Let's see what August has to offer. Okay, mini star clip. So this is a little bright, fun, hot pink star clip, and it's like the binder style clip. Set that to the side. This is a sticker set. Has a stamp style to it, and it looks like the kind of semi-translucent washi paper. So I always love these types of stickers. Definitely will use that. Ooh, I'm ready to see those. Oh my goodness, this is a nice box. Wow, August. All of these are nice, but you really are impressing me here with August. Okay, let's see. This is a Stylogy 018 Editor Series half-year notebook, A5 size dot. Okay, I have had Stylogy notebooks in the past, but I've never had a half-year. I've always bought just the full chunky notebook. So this is considerably thinner. Trying to see if it tells how many pages are in it. It has the black cover. And the very faint dot grid. You can see that. And it's just literally a blank canvas, so this could be used for anything you could imagine. There's no print anywhere in the notebook other than the fine dot grid. The pages are not numbered or anything like that, and this is A5 size, so very nice. And then this is a zebra pen, BLEN. The description says, it is not just a regular ballpoint pen, it is specifically designed with the writer in mind. The weighted tip, oh how neat. The weighted tip to lower the center of gravity is one of the many features this cool pen has. It controls the writing vibration so that the user can concentrate on writing without stress. Zebra actually has a video up on YouTube where you can see the side-to-side comparison with this pen versus a regular pen. And it's really weird because I can feel what she's talking about. It's not uncomfortably heavy, but there is a slight weightier feel in the tip compared to the cap. So it is ballpoint 0.7. Oh, very smooth writer. So this would work great in Hobonichi planners. If you like to have a pen that you don't have to wait on any dry time, you know, if you want to get in and out of your book quickly, this ballpoint is not going to need time to dry like fountain pen ink would. And it's a good size for a relaxed grip. And I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but this section, like the grip section itself, feels very soft and like rubberized. So there again, it's like a comfortable grip that's not gonna hurt your fingers if you have a long writing session. So that's a winner. Let's get on to the very last product for this video. These are the Zurataki Zig Real Brush Set. Now I have I believe this same company makes the Zig Clean Color Dot markers. I do have a set of those and I really like them. But this is different because they're a brush set. This fun set includes 6 real brush colors, 2 template cards, 2 blank cards, and a water brush. July is World Watercolor Month, and although some of you may be receiving this package in a different month or opening it like me, I thought it would be fun to celebrate using a ready-made set. I believe in incorporating color in our daily lives, and even if it means using these markers for your planning system, I hope that you find them useful. So with a water brush being included and her mentioning Watercolor Month, I'm assuming that these are intended to blend. So let's see. These are the template cards and these are the blank cards, and they're textured slightly like watercolor paper. Let's do a little swatch of each first, and then I do happen to have a cup of water on the desk across the room because I was watercoloring earlier. So I'll grab it in just a second and we'll see what the water brush does to these swatches. This was cornflower blue, tea rose, pale yellow, green, and they are going to react to water because it mentions here that they are water-based. This is geranium red. And this last one is brown. Okay, let me grab that water. I'll be right back. So I just have a plastic cup filled with tap water. So instead of filling the barrel of this water brush, I'm just gonna dip the nib in the water and use it like that. So this is the blue. It does blend out, but it's wanting to hang on to the paper more than I expected, but that is because this is kind of a porous, more traditional watercolor type paper. So I imagine, let me grab my Hobonichi in just a second, because I imagine that it will pull even better from the Tomoe River paper, since it's not going to be as absorbent as this with that coating. So let me grab the Cousin Avec that I have nearby. Just a second. Let's just go to a page in the back to test on the Tomoe River paper. Yeah, so since I'm not really, I can't even say not really, I'm not at all a trained or traditional watercolor artist. I do love to look at traditional watercolor art, but the watercolor that I do is more color plopping in journals for backgrounds, nothing technical, maybe adding watercolor to a little sketch. So this is definitely what I was expecting more so than this. So it's not necessarily that the markers don't blend well, it's just that they're going to grab onto watercolor paper more so, which a traditional watercolor artist is likely not going to be using a watercolor marker anyway. They're going to be using more, quality paints and brushes. So these will definitely get used in my Hobonichi journals. I probably will not, although this template is tempting, other than that, I probably will not use them on traditional watercolor paper. I'll just use them in my Hobonichis and they'll work out great. And so when I say grab the paper, I'm not sure, that may not be the correct way to describe that in a technical sense, but what I'm talking about, you can see here where the line is still able to be seen in the background because it's wanting to grab onto the paper, and here it just blended out, more profusely. So this is more in my wheelhouse. Let me get it dried real quick so you can see how it will look. So this is how it all looks after being dried. 4 of the colors are a little more bold, and then 2 are much lighter. The yellow in particular, pale yellow, is super light once it's blended out. So that one might do better not being blended and used almost more like a highlighter. But these will definitely be fun to play with. So that concludes these 3 boxes. They were all amazing. Thank you so much, Mitts, for putting in the effort that you do to really curate something special for us every month. I can't wait to play with all of these goodies. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will be back soon for part 3. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.